Southpaw, baby. That dog, yeah.
Naturally as big a man as those other welterweights. So start there. That's a fair point. He moved up in weight, Barrios. So he's not a naturally big, natural welterweight.
Gervonta Tank Davis made a surprise appearance at Manny Pacquiao's training camp just days before the Filipino legend's much-anticipated bout against Mario Barrios. The two fighters' former stars of the same weight division exchanged a warm, respectful greeting, but Davis wasn't just there for pleasantries. According to sources inside the camp, Davis came bearing valuable intel, offering Pacquiao detailed insight into Barrios' fighting style, habits, and vulnerabilities, knowledge gained firsthand from Davis's own 2021 knockout victory over the rangy Texan. Insiders say Davis didn't hold back, pointing out exactly when and where Pacquiao should strike. In what many are calling a rare and powerful show of unity between two generations of boxing greatness.
I was talking to somebody about Manny coming back fighting Mario Barrios.
Ouch.
And this was the analogy I gave. Your timing is just, it slows down. That's time. Time slows you down. And so to me, I think Manny has to come out very strong, very fast in the first couple of rounds because his gas tank ain't what it used to be. At 46 years old, you come out and let's just say hypothetically your gas is half full at 46 years old. I'd rather try to use that half tank
when I got something
in 2 or 3 rounds.
Yeah.
And really get off on this kid because he has the kind of style. Styles make fights. He's got the perfect style for Manny to do what he do. But the further that fight goes, the more that's gonna go down. He ain't young no more when it does this. It ain't gonna do this no more. It ain't gonna go down and then come back up. He not gonna create space, take a deep breath, and that thing shoot up the way it used to. He ain't gonna do that, you know?
Now 46 Pacquiao has reunited with Freddie Roach and his longtime coaching team, reassembling the trusted inner circle that once propelled him to historic A-Division glory. The energy in camp is focused, yet measured, with Pacquiao training, deliberately fully aware of the time that has passed and the weight of the comeback undertaking after 4 years away from the ring.
Pacquiao in the winner.
Well, look, Freddie, I appreciate your time.
Manny's wife will get mad at me for saying that.
You're trying to drag him back out.
No, 'cause I talked to Manny on the phone, and he wants to fight one more time.
He wants to fight one more time.
He does.
Against not an exhibition, a professional fight.
He wants a real fight.
Who right now, though, could he fight?
We have. I haven't let him choose anyone yet. But the thing is, it's just his heart has. He said he wants one more fight, and then his wife called me up and said, "Don't let him fight, don't let him fight." And I try to be on her side and so forth. But like when a man in the sport wants to fight, you know, sometimes he's gonna fight. I agree with you. He's gonna fight, and you know who? It doesn't matter.
In a recent interview, Mario Barrios shared his thoughts on his upcoming clash with Manny Pacquiao, drawing parallels between the Filipino icon and his former opponent, Gervonta Tank Davis. They're both small. Both have great footwork. And hand speed, Barrios noted, acknowledging the similarities in their explosive styles. While Barrios has often enjoyed a height and reach advantage in his career, he expressed respect for Pacquiao's proven ability to dismantle taller opponents. Throughout his legendary run,
Yeah, you know, it's very unserious, but yeah, man. I mean, I know he's gonna bring it whenever we step in there, and But yeah, right now all the media, everything, it's fun. It's all smiles. But both of us, man,
When you first got to the pay-per-view level, there was like an adjustment period. You had to get used to it. And was there any nerves up there? Because this is even another level than the Tank fight and the Thurman fight.
Nah, no nerves. Like how you said, I think those fights, have only prepared me, for this level. And now, doing like all this media stuff. I've always hated this, right? I still do. But I've definitely, gotten a lot more comfortable with it, or just used to it.
All right, guys. Last question, guys.
The Tank fight that you learned with the slick, fast southpaw with lightning fast hands. What do you think you can take from your experience with Tank and apply it to Manny?
I think I could take a lot from that fight, actually, man. Like the way Tank, the way he closes his distance, the way he worked off his speed,
When asked about the friendly vibe during their face-off, Mario Barrios remarked on Pacquiao's easygoing nature outside the ring, saying, "He's very lighthearted, almost playful, but once we step inside, I know he's all business." Reflecting on his past bout with Gervonta Tank Davis, Barrios highlighted the lessons he learned from facing such explosive speed and pressure. "Tank taught me a lot, especially about how quickly someone can close the distance and change the pace," he said. "I'll be carrying those lessons into the ring with Pacquiao."
You're a lot bigger.
Yeah, I knew there was gonna be a height difference regardless. I've been dealing with that my whole career. I started pro at 122, so I've always had the height advantage of most of the guys I have fought. But it's still dangerous. He has fought plenty of people with my height before, and they're very successful. So I know it's just I just gotta go in there and do what I'm training for.
Mario, I can't recall who said it, but they said once Pacquiao gets you smiling, it's like he's got you or something. And you guys were sharing a lot of smiles. What do you think about that, man?
I don't know, man. I feel like I knew the face-off just being in front of him. I've been seeing a face-off people since I was a kid. He's a very unserious person, but he's very serious when he steps in the ring.
Barrios made it clear he's fully prepared for war. "It's kill or be killed," he said, showing no hesitation about going to the trenches if that's what the fight demands. Reflecting on Pacquiao's punishing loss to Yordenis Ugas, Barrios acknowledged the risk, but insisted he's ready to go that far. After weeks of intense training with his team, he believes every past fight has prepared him for this moment. Meanwhile, Pacquiao has his eyes on an even bigger prize. If he gets past Barrios, he's open to facing Gervonta Davis. In a November 2023 interview, Pacquiao said, "Davis is a good fighter. If he comes up to 147, then we can fight," signaling real interest in a potential showdown. More recently, his advisor, Sean Gibbons, doubled down on the idea, calling a Pacquiao versus Davis matchup a dream fight. He even hinted that Pacquiao could offer Davis a shot at the WBC welterweight title. For his part, Pacquiao isn't backing down from anyone. "I'm not scared of anybody," he stated, making it clear he's still willing to take on the best, including dangerous young finishers like Tank Davis.
Manny, they keep mentioning Gervonta Davis. They keep talking about Gervonta Davis as a possible fight, Manny. You like that fight? Because he's little, he's your size.
I like that. I like that. I like that, but let's finish first this one, because this one is a taller champion like that. So I have a lot of things to do in training camp.
Joe Rogan has openly praised Gervonta Tank Davis's unique boxing style. He's calling him one of the most fascinating fighters in the sport today. On a recent episode of his podcast, Rogan described Tank as one of the most interesting fighters to watch because he's so different. His style's so different, He's so economical. Rogan highlighted Davis's efficiency in the ring, how he uses minimal, precise movements to deliver maximum impact. His admiration echoes a broader sentiment in the boxing world. Davis's sleek, unorthodox southpaw style constantly keeps opponents off balance, making him a nightmare to prepare for and one of the most dangerous fighters in the game.
Tank is one of the most interesting fighters to watch because he's so different. His style is so different. He's so economical. He puts pressure on guys without throwing too many punches. and then starts to figure holes out, and the way he can explode and move in with one shot, my God.
Yeah, he very explosive. And he be cracking them dudes. Hey, he be putting them to sleep.
Just cracking people.
Yeah.
And he has so much confidence in his power.
But, you know, he just, in his mind, he know it's a matter of time before I catch.
Many analysts have drawn compelling comparisons between Gervonta Davis and Mario Barrios, highlighting the clash of styles: Davis's compact explosiveness versus Barrios's rangy versatility. In their 2021 showdown, Davis, the powerful 5'5" southpaw, brought his trademark precision and power into the ring, ending an impressive 45% of his power shots and scoring 3 knockdowns on his way to a dramatic 11th round TKO victory. While Barrios, nearly 6 inches taller, used his reach effectively and out-jabbed Davis in 6 of the first 10 rounds. His jab lacked the stopping power needed to keep Tank from pressing forward. Analysts pointed out how Davis tactically lured Barrios into advancing, only to slip his jab and unleash brutal counterhooks and uppercuts to both the head and body. Despite the loss, Barrios earned respect for his toughness. His defensive guard held strong under heavy fire, and he showed grit by getting up from multiple knockdowns, proving he's more than capable of going to war with elite-level opposition.
And what time is it, y'all? Time to start a debate inside a barbershop. We're going to pit Mario Barrios against Tank Gervonta Davis. Yes, sir. Starting with the champion, the pride and joy of San Antonio, Texas, Mario Barrios. He stands at 5'10" with a 71-inch reach. He's currently undefeated at 26-0 with 17 knockouts. He is the man that holds the WBA regular junior welterweight championship belt. The challenger, representing Baltimore, Maryland, Tank Gervonta Davis. He stands at 5'5" inches with a 67.5-inch reach. His record, 24-0 with 23 knockouts. Wait a minute, don't be so quick to throw this guy under the bus. Yes, we know Tank Gervonta Davis is a knockout machine, but he's only ever knocked out people he can weight bully. What happens when he has to go up 2 weight classes, gives up 5 inches in height and almost 4 inches in reach to a man who can establish his jab well, knows his distance, and puts in good body work? Oh, did I mention he's also coached by Virgil Hunter? That's Andre Ward's coach, so you know he's going to come in there with a game plan. I'm going to go against the grain, and I'm going to pick him to win by 12-round unanimous decision. What do you think?
Tszyu didn't mince words when sharing his thoughts on Manny Pacquiao's upcoming July 19th comeback fight against Mario Barrios. Speaking after the much-hyped press tour, the former WBO super welterweight champion admitted he doesn't see Pacquiao coming out on top. Age is a big factor, Tszyu said. Mario Barrios is a beast, 30 years young. It's a tough challenge for Manny. Still, Tszyu wasn't ready to count the legend out entirely. It wouldn't surprise me, because he's Manny Pacquiao. He's full of surprises, he added. His comments reflect the core storyline heading into the fight. A legendary underdog, pushing back against time, taking on a prime, hungry champion in one more roll of the dice.
I think Barrios wins. I think young, and it's hard with age. But I think if anyone was going to do it, Manny Pacquiao's the man.
Pacquiao, however, rejected the narrative of being an aging underdog. He made it clear that his comeback fight against Mario Barrios is nothing like his 2021 loss to Yordenis Ugas this time. He says he's fully focused, well-rested, and mentally sharp. Reflecting on the UGA's bout, Pacquiao admitted his legs cramped and he struggled with range and conditioning, but insists that's no longer the case. In training, Pacquiao has shown flashes of his trademark speed and footwork, honed during his 4-year hiatus from the ring. He emphasized that he's no longer burdened by personal distractions and is approaching this return with full commitment, fueled by a renewed fire and the determination to chase another world title. He's not just back for one fight. He's eyeing 2 or 3 more, with the energy and focus of a fighter who still believes he has something to prove.
Tell us about your preparation for Mario Barrios. How is it different to 4 years ago when you faced Ugas?
The different, I'm more focused right now. No distraction, I really focus on the whole training camp and focus on stamina, focus on techniques. He is a champion. He is a fighter that, we cannot underestimate him. He's taller than me. He has the advantage, but, we prepare for that. Just watch on July 19th. It's going to be a good fight.
Speculation has long surrounded Manny Pacquiao's rise through multiple weight divisions, with much of it fueled by Floyd Mayweather and his camp in the lead-up to their 2015 mega fight. Mayweather's team pushed for strict USA to A-style blood testing, hinting that Pacquiao's ability to carry power across 8 weight classes was suspicious. Pacquiao forcefully denied the allegations, filing a defamation lawsuit and publicly stating he would pass any test, going as far as to offer a $5 million fine if he failed. Nevada State Athletic Commission official Keith Kaiser later confirmed that Pacquiao tested clean in every pre- and post-fight drug screening. The legal dispute eventually ended in a settlement, with Mayweather's camp walking back their accusations and clarifying that they never intended to claim Pacquiao used performance-enhancing drugs.
He's a generational, talented fighter, but I don't feel like, he did it on his own.
I don't think Pacquiao took steroids. Really, the Mayweathers questioned it and drilled him on it, and that made people pick a side. I can't say that means Pacquiao was on something. And the reason why is because Pacquiao may have been the most tested fighter of all time. He never failed a test. Floyd did. So you're talking about a situation where now you're just saying he's so good that he must be on something. But number 2, Crawford said Pacquiao was knocking everybody out until he took the test. That was a damn lie. Pacquiao power went down after he went up. Pacquiao didn't knock out anybody at welterweight. That had nothing to do with the test. He went up and he ain't knocked anyone out at welterweight. He knocked out Ricky Hatton. That was at 140. Floyd knocked out Ricky Hatton. So that doesn't say that Pacquiao had steroid power. He wasn't knocking out anybody. Yeah, he was beating them up.
Prominent boxing analysts like Teddy Atlas have expressed both admiration and concern over Manny Pacquiao's decision to return to the ring against Mario Barrios. While acknowledging that legends like Pacquiao often get to skip the line, Atlas was clear that legacy should never overshadow the realities of aging. Some people get to skip the line, Atlas said. The problem is where he is physically at this point in his life. God forbid something could happen to Manny Pacquiao. While he deeply respects Pacquiao's historic achievements and influence on the sport, Atlas cautioned that physical decline is inevitable and ignoring it can be dangerous. His remarks underscore the difficult balance between celebrating greatness and confronting the serious risks older athletes take when stepping back into the ring after a long layoff.
So you want to go and use that.
How old was Leonard at that time?
Leonard was only 32 years old when he fought Hagler. Yeah, he'd been inactive, but he was only 32. Pacquiao's 46. So right there you could... It ain't a good comparison. It sounds good. It sounds good, yeah, because Leonard did come back. Leonard did win a very close fight, a controversial fight, but a great fight. And Leonard was great. There's no doubt about it. And they cut it. He cut the line. He earned it. Leonard, you could say, and you could say Pacquiao earned the right with all his greatness to cut a lot of lines. Yeah. I see it all the time. The other day I was at a benefit. The foundation was given something by St. Philip's Church, 155-year-old church, great church, do great work in the community. I sure as hell didn't know I was going to be talking about this. And they gave us an award for helping them in the community, what the foundation does. We don't need an award. We're privileged that we can help. But people feel they inclined to do that, fine. It's very nice. And your mom asked for a drink. So I went up to the bar to get a drink. I didn't realize that there was a long line. And so I went right to the front, not understanding that I passed the line. And then a friend of mine said, you cut the line. And the whole line said, Teddy, that's okay. I said, no, I didn't realize I cut the line. I'll go back. So I went back, I waited in line. But they were going to allow me to cut the line. I guess because I'm handsome. I guess because I had a nice suit on. I had a nice tie. Whatever. But out of some kind of respect, which I really appreciate, whether I deserve it or not, they were letting me cut the line. So I understand that some people get the privilege, they get the respect, the allowance of cutting a line.
Mario Barrios described his first face-off with Manny Pacquiao as a surreal experience. It was strange standing across from someone I've watched since I was a kid, he admitted. Despite Pacquiao's smile during the stare down a move, some see as psychological tactics, Barrios remained unfazed. He described Pacquiao as lighthearted and playful outside the ring, but stressed that once the bell rings, Pacquiao transforms into a completely different, very serious fighter.
You're a lot bigger.
Yeah, I mean, I knew there was gonna be a height difference regardless. I've been dealing with that my whole career. I mean, I started pro at 122, so I mean, I've always had like the height advantage of most of the guys I have fought. But I mean, it's still dangerous. He has fought plenty of people with my height before, and he's been very successful. So I mean, I know it's just I just gotta go in there and do what I'm training for.
Mario, I can't recall who said it, but they said once Pacquiao gets you smiling, it's like he's got you or something. And you guys were sharing a lot of smiles. What do you think about that, man?
I don't know, man. I feel like I knew the face-off just being in front of it. I've been seeing a face-off people since I was a kid. He's a very unserious person, but he's very serious when he steps in the ring.
Hey Mario, how's it gonna feel like you get in there? Let's say you do win. Are they gonna call you?
Very unserious, but yeah, man. I mean, I know he's gonna bring it whenever we step in there. And but yeah, right now all the media, everything, it's fun. It's all smiles, but both of us, man.
When you first got to the pay-per-view level, there was like an adjustment period. You had to get used to it. And was there any nerves up there? Because this is even another level than the Tank fight and the Thurman fight.
Nah, no nerves. Like how you said, I think those fights, have only prepared me, for this level. And now, doing like all this media stuff. I've always hated this, right? I still do. But I've definitely, gotten a lot more comfortable with it, or just used to it.
All right, guys. Last question, guys.
The Tank fight that you learned with the slick, fast southpaw with lightning fast hands. What do you think you can take from your experience with Tank and apply it to Manny?
I think I could take a lot from that fight, actually, man. Like the way Tank, you use the way he closes his distance. The way he worked off his speed. Similar size. I think Pacquiao might be.
What's your take? Who do you think has the edge when these two step into the ring? Share your thoughts in the comments below.